Coronado Island is a small beach community with an island feel. Surrounded by the San Diego Bay and the Pacific Ocean, Coronado offers a unique lifestyle for its residents and the visitors that choose it as their destination. Historic homes, charming restaurants, world-class beaches, the famous Hotel del Coronado, and a community rich in history are what make Coronado a city unlike any other. We're going to be speaking with Scott Aurich. He is a top producer with Pacific Sotheby's International Realty, and Dave Spatafore. He is the owner of Blue Bridge Hospitality. We are at the Village Pizzeria on Coronado Island, and I'm joined by Scott Aurich, top producing real estate agent with Pacific Sotheby's International Realty, and Dave Spatafore, the owner of Blue Bridge Hospitality. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We are at one of your many restaurants on the island now, but it was not always that way, I heard, Dave. You started out with one lone ice cream shop?
One little ice cream store in 1998, Moo Time Creamery, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the expansion now.
Just, slowly over the years since 98, living here, trying to find things that this community needs and that would work in with the demographic of who we have living here and who we have visiting here. So we've grown from ice cream all the way up to a high-end steakhouse and everything in between. Pizza, barbecue, coffee, farm-to-table restaurant. It's fun.
And you've been here your whole life?
Yes.
And you have been here for 30 years now.
Yeah, just part of my life, half my life.
Half of your life.
Yeah.
Originally from Texas.
Yeah, I moved here from Houston back in 1987.
You said to me before we started rolling that you think that if you had moved anywhere else in San Diego, you may not have stayed.
Yeah, for sure.
Why did you come to Coronado and never look back?
Well, I came to Coronado. A friend of mine's mother had gone to high school here back in Houston, and he said, well, if I was going out to San Diego to look at this job, I ought to go stay at the Hotel Del and stay in Coronado. So we did that, and that's what got us to Coronado.
And I know you did a lot of high-end, and you still do. You definitely are a luxury realtor, but you represent all properties on the island.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of focused on the island, and Coronado is all from the bottom of the range, which is still pretty expensive. It's $1 million or more to buy a single-family house here, and they go up to $10 or $15 million for some of the homes we sold at the the higher levels. So I try to help people at all different levels, and whatever price point they can afford. I even try to help people get in to get rented. I don't think it's a bad idea to rent a house here. I mean, I'd rather rent a house here and live here than, if I couldn't afford to, than any place else. So
and be on a permanent vacation, right?
And a staycation, yeah.
Staycation.
I live on staycation, exactly.
Now, Dave, you have 7 restaurants on the island? Wait, let's count. Hold on.
Yeah, we have a few. So we have a couple of ice cream stores, one in the Hotel Del, one on Orange Avenue. That was the original store in 98. We have barbecue, Little Piggy's Barbecue, which is a southern barbecue down here by the bay. We have 2 pizzerias, the one we're at here, which we call Bayside, which is at the Coronado Ferry Landing, and then one across the street from the Hotel Del. Leroy's Kitchen and Lounge is a farm-to-table kind of worldly food, just ever-changing menu, great bar scene.
Has a fantastic burger.
And then we have Steak, Chop House and Bar, which is a contemporary steakhouse. So you walk into Steak and you don't feel like you're in Coronado. It's a little escape, it's a big city.
You seem really dedicated to improving the quality of dining here on the island. I mean, you're so successful now, you could branch out into all of San Diego. You've really kept it within this community.
Yeah, well, things have evolved here in Coronado. Our demographic is changing every day. The demographic of the visitor is changing, the demographic of the residents are changing, and I live here. I'm raising my kids here, and just see a need for greater cuisine than what we had before. And what we had before, I think, was a little bit more geared towards the seasonality of tourism and whatnot. And what I'm trying to do is make Coronado a destination for people in San Diego to come over, and the people that live in Coronado, they don't have to leave.
Tell us a little bit about the real estate market here now.
It's a great market. We had our devaluation over the previous 5 years up until about 2011. It went down from 2006 to 2011. Everything backed up in Southern California. We didn't back up very much. We only have 3,000 homes and 1,000 condominiums in the village, and another 1,500 condos down in the Cays, and maybe another 1,200 homes and condos in the Cays. In the shores, there's about 1,500 condominiums. So it's not very big in terms of places to live here. So it kind of keeps the supply side fixed, and there's not going to be any more product being built.
So there's always going to be the demand.
So there's always a huge demand. I mean, when people come here to visit, almost everybody tries to figure out ways to live here. But it is expensive, and it's a special price tag. But it's, the average price I think now is about $1 million, a little under $1.8 million for a house here in Coronado, or home or condo in Coronado. That includes condominiums as well.
I know that you do have an example of a listing here just a block or two away from the Village Pizzeria. Tell us a little bit about that property.
Oh, it's cool. It's 400 First Street. It's just down the street here. We're on First Street over the bay. There's a peek of the bay through a couple houses looking downtown the skyline. It's got some real nice views, and it's close enough to walk down here to the ferry landing and enjoy some of Jabe's restaurants and food and stuff like that. And also there's the shops. There's a shopping, right across the street as well. So it's close to the shopping and the restaurants, and it's a quiet part of the island. It's about a 2,400 square foot home that's 4 bedrooms. It's offered for $2,650,000, and it's a neat little spot.
Well, you two have made this island life seem very, very desirable. Thank you so much for having us here.
Great, it is desirable.
It is a very desirable island life.
We'll come back, okay?
Yeah, we're lucky to be able to live here live on staycation.
Live on staycation.
That's right.
Our thanks to Scott Aurich and Dave Spatafore for sharing with us why they love this island community so much. I'm Jem Morse for Lifestyle San Diego.